Previously on Coruscant Nights.
So Park gets onto the message boards.
Yeah.
And types, what does the name Rentha Gregor mean to any of you?
Yeah, there's a little red circle over your notifications.
Okay.
You got two responses there. One is pretty basic and simple. Rentha Gregor is the senator from Bryosa. There was a second message underneath the first one. This one from a name you've run across before, Darth Jar Jar 66. It says, check out Future Forward Galactic.
Future Forward Galactic. What part do they play in all of this? Check them out. I mean, I know about Future Forward Galactic. I live on the planet. I live in Low Londeron.
Park heads back onto the message boards and sees that he has a private message from Darth Jar Jar 66. Where do I start? Is what you asked.
Mm-hmm.
So he sent you a file with a message, and the message reads, "These are all of the most suspicious purchases of Future Forward Galactic in the past 6 months. They don't make sense. Property that nobody wants, that can't be developed."
I think he's going to respond to Darth Jar Jar 66.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to actually be very, very bold.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Who can I thank for this very helpful information?" Question mark said.
"I'm not prepared to tell you who I am, but we can have a conversation. Meet me in 2 hours at Eggs Noodle House 2. That person you waved at on the street, or the one you smiled at in the elevator. What if I told you changed their life? What if I told you everything is connected?" Little bell dings above the door as Park walks into Ang's Doodle House 2. It's not super busy right now, but it is noisy enough. There's a lot of cooking happening in the back. There are big pots being poured full of noodles. There's big vats of sauce that are being made. It smells like seafood in here. The walls are painted like a brightish navy, so like bright dark blue. And there are a handful of people scattered around. They have like these tables, like hot tables, where chefs are preparing food in sort of a showish fashion, showy fashion. And yeah, let's get a perception check of the place.
Yeah, I'm looking for a person that I don't know, but I know that they're here, and I know that they are probably looking for me.
Yeah, we're gonna do an average check.
Okay.
Don't forget about seek.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna set aside one force die to upgrade my perception roll. Try and find Darth Jar Jar 66. I'm having a good roll game. I'm having a lot of successes and a lot of threats. So I got 3 successes and 3 threats.
3 threats.
That's bad.
That's a lot of threats. So yeah, looking around this space, you see a couple families. You see a group of Polis Mossens. They are touching the food with their hands to absorb its nutrients. You see a couple Mon Calamari, you see some Quarren. Everyone is in groups with the exception of a single Gungan he's like sitting in a corner, his back to the corner. He looks like he's on his datapad, trying to make it look like he's on his datapad when he's actually looking around the room.
Okay. I think that's my guy. I think he kind of fits the description. He fills the void of the imagination, I'll say. How am I gonna approach this? We should have made code words. Park is gonna sidle up. He's gonna try and like play the game that he thinks this guy wants to play.
Yeah.
I wish they had code words so bad.
Park checks his He checks his data pad and realizes there's another message from this guy.
Okay. And what does it say?
It says, "Prove who you are. Ask about the soup."
So he walks up to this Gungan on their data pad, and he says, hey, just stopped in. Smells good in here. I wonder if it's the soup I'm smelling. Have you tried it? How? What do you? If you have, how is it?
He doesn't look up from his data pad, but he says, "The Nala tree frog soup is good here. You should try it."
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I'll set a spell and have a bowl of it. Do you mind if I take this seat?
Sure.
All right. Don't mind if I do. Well, the waiting staff make their way over to put in my soup order. Maybe you and I could share some words, chat a little bit.
The Gungan kind of gives the room a side glance to see if anybody's watching or listening. And he says, "So you're looking into Future Forward? Looking into the senators?"
Yeah, one in particular. You know the name. Brentha Gregor.
Don't say it out loud.
Let's just call them Roger. So, I could use, I've got leads now, multiple leads about Roger. And, Ryosa?
That's right. You tell me what you got, and I'll tell you what I got.
So, here's what I got. I got an old buddy of mine, Scorlix. You know of him? Have you heard of him?
I do not know of him.
All I'll say is this guy is working with Future Forward Galactic. This guy is working on genetic experiments. I know because I work with him. And I know that what he's working on, it's no good. The things he's making, dangerous. And all I know is that there is a connection to Roger and Future Forward Galactic. And earlier today, I found it's got to be where Scorlix or Future Forward Galactic are doing a lot of the this work. They're putting the pieces together, and believe me, I have seen the result of this work. It's not something we need on Coruscant. It's definitely not something I want in Little Onderon.
Wait, what have you seen?
Big, scary things seem to have some kind of abilities, enhanced abilities.
Big things.
Yeah.
I've only heard things about. He looks sideways at the family, touching their food and absorbing its nutrients, and puts a hand to his beak and says, "I only heard things about a Polis Mawson."
Is there any way that I can do a check to glean anything from what he's saying, or it's just totally foreign to me?
That would probably be foreign to you.
Tell me more about the Polis Mawson.
Real sketchy doctor on the lower levels doing experiments on people. I think he's long gone by now.
Let me guess. Old Skazborg.
No,
Darn it.
Fife? Skazborg's what are you looking for? Skazborg's some kind of monster. Probably doesn't even exist.
Sorry, I felt smart for a second. Just ignore me. Were you talking about Fife?
Yeah, Dr. Fife. He's kind of an urban legend at this point, but yeah, doing experiments on people. But yeah, I don't think he has anything to do with Future Forward Galactic or Roger.
Yeah, this is Saturday night. Fight that'll probably be this next Sunday. Some other adventure I'll go on. So yeah, you hear what I'm saying. You're making connections.
I'm hearing what you're saying, but this is different from what I've been hearing.
All right. Well, let me tell you, I've been following the message boards for a while. It sounds like you fellas hear a lot of stuff. I'm telling you not what I've I'm telling you not what I've heard, but what I've seen. And you're just gonna have to take my word for it.
I've seen some stuff as well. From what I understand, they've been okay. I gotta say, message boards, great place for information. A lot of skeptics out there. Do you know about the Force?
I know, no.
Okay.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, the Jedi stuff, you know?
I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a dance to go to. I got a pod race to go to. This is a busy night.
Don't go to the pod race. From what I hear, they're buying up these places and doing weird force experiments, not weird genetic experiments.
Okay. And I'm searching my thoughts. The force. It's the abilities. It's like these things I saw, they were creating like illusions or messing with my mind, making me see things that weren't even there.
Whoa, so you should have said that earlier. So they're making like force sensitive creatures?
I call them bird dogs, but whatever you want to call them, I don't think they have a name.
Clever name. Okay. That's wild. Okay. This is interesting information. I don't know what to do with this. Okay. Have you heard of the Dims?
I have heard of the Dim.
I think these people are the Dims.
All right. I just gotta lay all of these little bits and pieces out and connect them with my web. It seems to be a thing that I do. Partially doing this for the listener. We've got Future Forward Galactic. We've got scientists from Aurora Biotech. We've got abandoned houses, experiments, force abilities being taken and genetically implanted in things. And you think that an hour ago I was saying that this was all under the umbrella of Aurora Biotech. Now you're telling me that this is under the umbrella of the Dims?
It's much bigger than Aurora Biotech. Yeah.
And it's much bigger than Future Forward Galactic? Or is this just a little dark secret of Future Forward Galactic?
Okay. Before we go any further into this, can you tell me who you are? How can I trust you?
I could ask you the same question.
I asked you first.
Now, we just met.
Hey, I asked you first.
You're making the rules all of a sudden?
I'm making the rules.
I'm just trying to say that I think we both appreciate our privacy. I guess you've seen me, you know my presence from the message boards, and I think that you actually probably want your privacy even more so than I. So I'll just say my name is Park, and let's call me a concerned citizen.
What is I gotta ask, what is Park's icon and name on the message boards?
His icon is
Is it a spider?
That seemed too obvious. But, okay, he's a nerd, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a very nerdy fan art that is, it's Mando Man, but Mando Man has like a spider like painted over half of his mask.
So it's Mando Spider?
Yeah, it's like a fan like mashup of stuff.
So is Mando Man actually this universe's version of Iron Man?
I don't know. I don't know what Mando Man's just like the pop
Mando
culture.
Man's just a goofy TV show. But
It's the pop culture thing. It's
yeah.
I think that the Mando Man that exists in this universe might even be like, yeah, it's like the third iteration.
It's the third Mando Man.
Yeah.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger as what is his name?
Oh, he's Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. And so it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Turbo Man, but also Doctor Who.
Yeah, sure. And it's
He probably also had a crossover cameo on Heights and Depths. There was the Mando Man, Who is Mando Man arc.
yeah, where and actually I think Park probably it's the only time he's ever watched Heights and Depths, but
Yeah.
there were all kinds of, running pools on which character was Mando Man.
Yeah.
They were all wrong.
Yeah, it turns out nobody was Mando Man. It was somebody else entirely.
Yeah, exactly.
And he still didn't take his helmet off.
No, he never takes his helmet off. We all know this.
It's the way.
This is the way.
Okay, so it's a fan art version of Mando Man.
Yeah.
With a spider on it. He says, all right, Park. It's good to meet you. You can call me He leans in. Africa. But not here. Don't call me that here.
I almost repeated it really loudly. Sorry. But I didn't.
If you need to call me something here, you can call me DJ.
All right,
Darth
DJ.
Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar. I got a busy night ahead of me. So let's get down to business. I mean, I guess we already have. But
Kinda.
you remember my message earlier? Where do I start?
All right. So we got connections. That's the important thing. We got these senators. Mind you, there's more than one in this organization. They have a controlling stake in Future Forward Galactic. He's trying to be really quiet so that he can't be heard over the sounds of the splashing noodles and stirring pots. So they got a controlling stake in Future Forward Galactic. They also have Aurora Biotech in their pocket. From what you're telling me... All right, let me take a step back. As far as I know, there are kind of like two groups of them. There's the group that wants the Force, and there's the group that wants to replicate the Force through technology. I've had encounters with both of these groups, but from what you're telling me, they're working with scientists at Aurora Biotech to hybridize Force-sensitive animals, probably to give themselves Force powers.
Yeah, I've made the logical connections as well.
That's pretty scary territory, if you ask me. I've got some personal issues with that, as do a few of my friends. I am doing what I can to stop things, but I mean, look at me. I'm just one Gungan.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'll say you can't do this alone.
Well, that's my destiny. I'm doing this alone.
You don't have to do it alone.
But I am.
DJ.
That's what I'm doing.
You got me. I can help you out. You can help me
thanks. I'm good.
All right.
Flying solo.
Have it your way. You wanna stand on your mountain and die for your cause? Well, I mean, I support the sacrifice. Still don't know if it's the best means to the best end, but can I try and do a social check?
Sure.
Were you expecting that?
No. Do it.
Oh, okay.
What do you want to do?
He seems like he's a guy with a cause. Maybe I can try and do a leadership check.
Okay.
My leadership's not good.
What's your leadership?
Oh, uncareered, unranked.
2?
2 green.
Yeah. He, I think, is probably average difficulty with setback because he's a nervous, paranoid guy.
Okay. I want to take a boost because Park's a pretty charismatic guy. I think he's a nerd, so he also understands that he knows nerd when he sees him. But I think that he understands. He knows the message boards, and he knows how to appeal to a kind of reclusive person like Afka.
Okay.
That's a long explanation. And
failure with 2 threats.
It's definitely a failure. Like the worst roll of my whole game. I shouldn't have even rolled this.
How many threats did you get?
I got no threats.
Okay.
1 advantage with 5 failures.
Yeah, he's adamant. No, I'm good. I'm gonna do my part and let the people who know what they're doing do theirs.
All right, then I think maybe you can do me a quick favor.
What's that?
I've got this. I've got a little evidence.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass this over to you. Straight from.
Don't flash that. Don't put that in a folder or something.
It's in a folder.
Just close it up. Put it on your jacket.
I think I got a folder from class here. All right, let me switch this over. I'm doing it under the table.
He sort of like fumbles under the table until he grabs it.
All right, you got it.
Yep.
I wouldn't want it to get lost, so you take care of that for me.
Yep, you got it. This will go to the right people.
Great. Feel good about that. So yeah, where did we leave off here?
We left off with me telling you what was going on, as far as I know.
Okay. So they've got Aurora Biotech in their pocket.
Yeah.
They've got multiple senators. I've got all of this info. I need someone to track down, someone to, ask some questions to.
I mean, I could do that. I'm doing that for other people, but what are you doing? I mean, you're just a kid.
Good point. Perhaps this is best left in other hands.
Yeah, so I got other things I got to do tonight. We got to get out of here before that pod race starts.
Yeah, tell me about it. I got the pod race, I got the dance, I got to go take a shower.
Yeah, you do. So I'm gonna go.
All right. Well, thanks for your help.
Send me a message if you need anything. Yeah,
we'll be in touch.
And Afka gets up and starts walking out of this building. Give me like 3 seconds before you follow me, okay?
That's 1, 2, 3. I'll give him 10 seconds. 4, 5. This is the longest I've sat all day. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 10. Sit's over. Let's do this. And
so you head out from Aang's Noodle House. Mm-hmm. Down about 50 feet from you, you see Afka trying to hail a cab. And I'm going to flip a dark side point. Because just beyond him, by a couple 100 feet, you spot a large speeder truck. It's blaring its horn, but with all the other traffic, it's sort of drowned out, and it is going out of control straight towards Afka.
Oh boy. Well, we both know what's about to happen.
It's nighttime, and they get light up here in Dag Avenue, so it's you can see the sky. It's pretty dark out, but there's a lot of traffic out right now.
Okay. Well, Park thinks to himself, he's done for. I gotta save him. And here's what I want to do. I want to jump to a very high place. Mm-hmm. And I want to use my whipcord thrower to grab him and pull him out of harm's way.
Okay. So roll your light side, or roll your force die.
Okay.
You're using enhance.
Okay.
To jump, right?
I have enhance rank 2, but I think that just means I can do it vertically and horizontally.
Yeah, so you're actually making an athletics check with a force die.
Okay.
And it's Dak Avenue. There are stacks of buildings everywhere. I think this is going to be an easy check.
Okay. Easy? I guess I'm not going to flip anything. Okay. I got 1 success, 2 advantages, 1 dark side.
Okay. So you have to use the dark side to use enhance.
Yeah.
Do you want to use it?
I think he's going to use it.
Okay. Do you want to use it as an advantage or a success?
Probably
an advantage.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever played with that in mind.
All right, so that's a success and 2 advantages?
Yes.
All right, so what does Park do?
He jumps to a very, very high place. I think he actually very, very high. I think he jumps about to the top of Aang's Noodle House, which is a feat. And do I have to explain using the dark side? He's
got a slightly better idea of the force now, that it might be something. There is something in him that's there. It's not just innate ability.
I think that he is just he's totally untrained in the force, and he's afraid that Afka's gonna get killed, so he's scared.
Yeah. Okay. And then he pulls up his sleeve and aims his whipcord thrower.
Mm-hmm. And that is range light?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We were using it mostly with athletics to do swinging and stuff.
I should have. Were we using it with melee?
Is it? You know what? It is a melee, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I was just looking at my
Why do you have it on your Oh, you do. Okay. Yeah, it's a melee.
My ranged light is poop.
And it's still short range, and you're within short range, so you can use that.
Great.
You got 2 advantages. Do you know what you want to do with them?
Well, at least one is that it's light up here, and somehow no one notices that he's on us.
That works.
And I think that the second one, I'm just gonna maybe throw a boost into my whipcord thrower.
You got to a great vantage point where you have a pretty clear shot, so you have a boost.
Okay. And what's my difficulty?
Average.
Okay.
Do you want to flip?
I don't think I need to.
You can use enhance with this.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Because it's a brawn related check?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I could just throw a force die in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alternatively, you could commit the force die to increase your brawn by 1, but it's either or.
That seems way better, actually. That does what flipping would have done.
It doesn't. It adds a green.
Oh, okay. It doesn't upgrade my...
No,
I had a green.
It would end up being like you have melee of 2, you have brawn of 4. So 4 dice, 2 of them are yellow.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna roll this big pile of die. Unless you want to flip something.
Nope, do it.
It's gonna be, and it is incredibly good. It's very, very stacked. I got 3 successes and 3 advantages.
Okay, so you ready your whipcord thrower. That truck is barreling through traffic. It hits a speeder that looks like it already has a tail light out, and you hear a Wookiee roar, and it goes straight towards Afka. What does Park do?
Well, here goes nothing. And he puts his arm out and shoots this whipcord. And I'm going to use at least one of my advantages just to say...
How many?
I got 3.
Total?
3.
Okay, so 2 will trigger ensnare.
Nice. You never get to ensnare when you want to.
Yeah.
But no, that's great. I think that I wanted to use one advantage to say that he has loaded the new his new whipcord filament in.
Super strong whipcord filament.
Quite strong.
Yeah.
And he shoots it down towards Afka, and it just and like wraps right around him, and
he finally sees that truck coming.
Yeah, his eyes go wide, and Park gives him a jerk of his hand and yanks him like he's like he is a worm on the end of a hook, right out of the water.
Oh!
He flies through the air, and I guess I should probably say another of my advantages. Well, he's ensnared, and I think with all those successes, he has a pretty gentle landing on the roof of Egg's new house.
Yeah, you pull him up and he sort of spins as he lands. Whoa, whoa. What just happened? Are you the Rakazak?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think I just dropped something up here.
No way. I'm not falling for that. I've seen some wild things, but I've heard about you.
I think you hit your head. Something hit you.
No. Nope. You're that guy. I know it. Why else would some kid be looking into this stuff? And you got the shooter. This is it. You're that guy.
I don't know what you think you know, Afka, but you probably don't know the half of it.
No, I can help you.
Oh, so now you want to help me?
Well, somebody like you need the guy at the desk. You need the guy in the chair. You need the guy behind the computer. That's me. I'm good at all those things. I can help you out.
All right, Afka.
I can get on all the comms. I can get on all the frequencies, tell you what's going on in the city.
All right, Afka. I want to trust you, so I'm gonna give you a chance. But I need you to know we don't even understand all what could be at stake here. You know,
it's big. Whatever it is, it's big.
I need you to know that I've got a big family. I've got friends. I'm gonna have to keep them safe. So you're gonna have to keep this between the two of us. Do you understand me?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Afka is sweaty and excited.
Looking a little wet. That's fine. Maybe we should take a 5-minute break. Cool down.
Okay.
Just have a quick conversation. Maybe they sit on the roof and share a little more info.
You got more info?
Well, I guess I could tell you that I fought the bird dogs, and they're. Let's say I wouldn't love to do it again. I think he probably has a couple of stories about stuff going on in town, stuff that we haven't played necessarily, but some adventures. He maybe tells a story about some message board thing about can he have, like, in the past, I don't know, what's a good caper adventure that he went on? He
fought this, like, massive Trandoshan in the sewers, who was just, like, living down in the sewers. Yeah.
Who went by the name of... It doesn't
who
matter.
was known on the message boards as the Crate Dragon of Rock Bottom.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, yeah, I mean, once I realized the Crate Dragon wasn't wearing any shoes, it was just a simple matter of flipping the switch and turning the power back on. That took care of him pretty quick.
I can't even believe that.
I don't blame you.
You're pretty young to have these adventures.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a dance to get to.
I don't know if you're gonna make it to that dance.
I'm gonna make it.
I think as the two of you keep talking, our camera sort of zooms up and out to a different one of the adjoining avenues where we see a pod racer fly by, and the screen wipes as it flies by.
Sometimes it's like you're trying to unravel a giant cable net sweater, and someone keeps knitting and knitting and knitting. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coruscant Nights. I am your special guest host, Doug Eberhardt, and tonight I am joined by my brother.
Is that a question?
My brother?
Not sure.
Mark. Mark is here.
Hey.
Welcome, and why don't you tell us who you're playing this Coruscant night?
Tonight I am playing everyone's favorite Gungan, Afka Ronkles. He is a consular sage. He's real smart. He's not very good at other stuff. Why do I keep... Every time I play with you, that's the only time when I play somebody who just can't do anything except either talk or think.
Yeah, you're quite knowledgeable.
That's about
it. Yeah, this...
We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
We'll see how this goes.
All we can do is wait and see. Well, thank you for joining me this evening. Should we start by rolling our force die, or do we not do that because of Donate for Destiny?
No, we do.
Okay, so let's roll them.
I got one dark side.
I also got one dark side.
All right, and what do you want to do with this lovely Donate for Destiny that we got?
Okay, so our donation this evening was contributed to us by Paul. Thank you so much, Paul. And Paul, you wanted to give a shout out to the crew of the Tuca's Den. And yeah, shout out to the Tuca's Den. Hey. And thank you so much, Paul, for your generous contribution. And it was left in my hands to decide what kind of a light side, dark side pool we would have this evening.
Are you going to be a benevolent GM, or are you going to be a monster?
Benevolent? Like, generous?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm a monster, of course. I think that there's nothing more helpful to building the narrative than having just stuff I can throw at you. And now I've got all this stuff. So thanks, Paul, and you get to watch or listen to Mark sweat. Which
you can hear it. It's trickling.
I can hear it. You're gonna have to turn your gain down.
Insert trickling sound.
It's slimy. All right, wonderful. I think let's just jump right in here.
So wait, are you using the 10 to add 2 light side and then flip all 4 dark? Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Yes. Does that seem appropriate?
Fine.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I know. I could just wait. Afka's nervous.
Yeah, he should be nervous.
So let's get through all the stuff that you've prepared. the first 5 minutes, and then get into the improvising.
That is very typically how games work when I GM them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I over-prepare, sometimes my party only gets through half of what I've prepared. And that also is a problem because then there's no, like, good ending place. So, do we all know what AFCA looks like? Do you want to describe them again, or should we just jump into it?
Well, it's been a long time since we've actually got a description. So long that the Discord emoji of AFCA that I made doesn't actually look like him. AFCA is like a light purple. He's got some speckles on his cheeks. He's a Gungan, by the way, if you didn't know that. He's got a couple little like wispy whiskers on his chin, long beak, lighter underside. Well, he's 26, pretty thin, gangly, and he's about 6 feet tall.
All right.
He's probably pretty pale from spending most of his time inside in front of a computer with his loft cat, Darth Vectivus.
He's sort of a lavender at this point.
Yeah.
All right. And what is AFCA up to tonight?
So AFCA just got saved from an oncoming truck by this kid who turns out he's the Night Cat. He's read all about the Night Cat, mostly weird conspiracy theories and stuff like that. But yeah, the Night Cat saved him, and now he's gonna try and help him.
Awesome. And so AFCA reads about the Night Cat on
the message boards.
The message boards. Yeah, so he just got saved, and he's heading home?
Yeah, he's heading home. He's got to get behind his computer. He's got to help Night Cat take down the Dims.
Okay. And I'm guessing he's got his like a holopad with him, because he's kind of always checking in on the message boards and stuff. Okay.
So he just left Aang's Noodle House, the vicinity of Aang's Noodle House in, did we say which Aang's Noodle? It was Aang's Noodle House 2, so it was in Dak Avenue.
All right. Dak Avenue. AFCA gets here's a little chime go off. He's just received a message on his holopad.
So he takes it out. He puts in his 16-digit passcode, alphanumeric with symbols. Actually, it's what would it be? Aura numeric with symbols.
Mm-hmm.
Opens up the message boards,
and he's got a message.
Who's it from?
It is from Reek Rider 9. You know what? To have this chime go off, and to know who Darth Jar Jar 66 is on the message boards.
I'm Darth Jar Jar 66.
No, I know that.
Okay.
But for who is contacting you, I'm going to flip a dark side.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And say that AFCA's got a message.
Okay.
And it is in code.
Great. Okay.
I think it's going to be hard for him to figure out what this is, but
he's good at computers, so I'm going to flip a light side over for that to upgrade once, because he's good at computers, but computers are not part of his career and specialization, so he's not actually good at computers.
What the heck? You could have given yourself more experience.
This is his data pad that he uses for stuff like this all the time, so I'd like to have a boost.
Okay.
Do you have a setback for me?
I think I made it hard.
Okay.
I think it's not supposed to be so hard that he can't do it. It's supposed to be so hard that no one else can.
Yeah. So he's on his way from Dak Avenue, walking down to the Undercity where he lives. That is a single success with one advantage. So yeah, it's encrypted, but he's got the tools he needs to break that encryption. And maybe with that advantage, there's like the trace of a signature. Like maybe he has an idea of who may have sent it.
Yeah, and actually, who sent it wants him to know.
Okay, so like, did the message itself, the person it came from said it was Reek Rider 9?
Yeah,
but it's from somebody else?
No, okay. No, you're overthinking it a little bit. It's from Reek Rider 9. But it's like almost like a fake account, just for the purposes of this and perhaps research.
Okay. What does the message say?
It says, AFCA.
That's me.
We need you tonight.
Tonight?
Meet us at the little cabana outside.
When?
In 30 minutes.
I better run.
And you wanted to use your advantage to see kind of like a signature and a trace.
Yeah.
It's from Saul Dixon.
Saul? Why would... Okay, he shouldn't be on the message boards. He could just call me. That's fine, I guess. He must be busy. But if he was busy, he wouldn't have time to get on the message boards and encode this. Wonder what's up with Saul.
You got another message.
Another message.
Also from Saul, and you're able to easily decode it.
Uh-huh.
And it says, be careful. You're being watched.
Oh, geez, I better be careful. He looks both ways and crosses the street. And how far is it to the little cabana?
I think it's a couple levels down.
Okay, down from Dak Avenue, so it might be in Gunga Town.
Yeah, it's in Gunga Town.
Okay. All right, so Afka starts walking pretty quickly. There are lifts between Dak Avenue and Gunga Town, but one, they haven't been working since the Battle of Coruscant, and two, you don't get in those lifts. They're too confined. Need to stay out in the open. Stay in the crowds. Someone's watching me. Can I do a vigilance check or maybe a perception?
I was actually just going to ask you to do a vigilance check.
Fail it. What's the difficulty?
You are going to fail it. Let's make it... Your vigilance should be better for who you are. That's okay.
He needs a second specialization. He needs like a
paranoia skill?
Technician specialization or something.
Let's make it 2 purple and a black.
Okay.
Because it's dark.
Do you want to... Can something great happen with the despair? Do you want to flip for me?
Yeah. Let's flip it. I've got 4. So yeah, take a red, 1 purple, and a black.
Great. Against 2 greens.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's 3 threats.
Okay.
So he is taking the open streets and trying to stick to crowds, and he's too busy doing that to actually look around.
3 threats?
Yeah.
That's a lot of threats.
Yeah, something's happening. Maybe is something happening in town? Is there like a protest or...
That would help you if there was a crowd.
Yeah, it would. I was trying to do that.
I'm wise to you and Afka's game here. Can't pull the wool over my eyes. Yeah, you know, I don't even think this is part of your threat, but I think that there's just enough people and there's just enough distance between all of them that's pretty hard to tell if someone was following you right now.
Yeah. Afka pulls up his collar around the back of his head. It doesn't really cover much because he's got those big ears that show him off as a Gungan. But as he's heading down to Gunga Town, there are going to be more Gungans around, so hopefully he's hoping to blend in a little bit more down there.
We screen wipe, and you, Afka, have arrived at the little cabana. Can you, what does the little cabana look like?
Why don't you tell me what the little cabana looks like? You're the GM.
Thought I was going to catch my breath for a couple seconds. I think the little cabana has kind of like it's got kind of a palm leaf thatched roof.
Yeah. It's got a patio area with like natural looking seats. Like they look like they're wicker or something, though they're probably synthetic, and torches.
Yeah, I think the torches they're actually like the Gungan spheres.
Oh yeah.
But they have like a warm glow to them.
Afghan knows this place, and it's in Gunga Town, and it's totally weird that it's all Zabraks who work here.
That is strange, but you know, they're doing their thing, and you get another message. Bing.
Mm-hmm. Ah, geez, another message. What is this?
And it says, "Be nonchalant, fly casually, look to your right, then look to your left, then look behind you." We're to the left.
Good. I know what comes after that usually. So there's a clone behind me. He looks to the left. Does he spot them?
I think that there's a speeder.
Mm-hmm.
This speeder has like a covered top.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger. It's a sport utility speeder. It could fit a couple more people.
Oh, and he looks to the right. And what is he behind? To the right.
To the right is actually the little cabana.
All right, this little cabana. There's a speeder over there. What's behind me? It better not be a clone.
Behind you, probably about 30 feet away, you see 2 figures. They're backlit and just appear dark to you.
Can you? Is there some little bit of white gleaming in the backlight?
The backlight is just it's just kind of the natural bright lights of the city and the lampposts that surround the little Gunga Town.
God, I hope those aren't clones. All right. He shrugs his shoulders a little bit He puts his hands in his pockets, just going to be nonchalant about this, and casually, really not casually, walks up to the SUV, the speeder utility vehicle, and turns his back to it and just kind of like pretends to look at stuff off in the distance.
Yeah, these two figures stop. They're watching you.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of stop at the little cabana and pretend to look in, read the windows, read the menus and whatnot. The door's going to slide open.
Oh, the whole door, not just the window.
Door slides open.
Greek Rider?
Yeah, is that what they, is that what we decided on? Great. Yes, it's me, it's Saul. Now get in, quick.
He does it as quickly and as casually as he can, which is not casual at all.
Yeah, no use being nonchalant. They're onto us.
Who are those guys? He closes the door behind him.
Dims, I've got to imagine. We've been following them. And Afka, you're being watched. We found you, and they found you. So Afka sits down, takes a seat. I think you were kind of pulled in to some degree by four giant arms.
Uh-huh.
And to the best of his ability, gently tossed onto a seat towards the back of this large speeder. And as it pulls away, you can see another speeder that was parked 2 speeders behind pull out and follow behind it. And you look around. I kind of almost want to make you do a fear check for being Afka.
Do it.
Okay, do a fear check for me.
Okay. How difficult is it?
Let's make it 2 purple.
All right. So we're rolling my yellow, green against 2 purples. I have confidence. May decrease the difficulty of discipline checks to avoid fear by 1 per rank of confidence.
Wonderful.
Afka may seem scared, but he thinks he knows what he's doing, and that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Success, 2 advantages, and a triumph.
All right. You've mastered your fear.
Yeah. So he gets pulled into this speeder and immediately breaks. So at this point, he's got a decent relationship with Saltix, and they've done some stuff together. They've done some jobs together. He's been his info guy. So he gets pulled in and immediately takes his seat and goes into Soul mode, which is, what the griff's going on here? Who's following me? How do they know it's me?
After the Dims are after you. They've been following you.
Who are these people? I don't know this person. Who is this? Can I trust her?
This is Meryl Katunka. She's helping us out. You can trust her.
I imagine she says something like,
"What are you doing? Don't tell him my name. God, it's like you've never done this before. I don't know who this is. I can't trust them."
What? I can personally vouch for you and for you, for he and for her. And just take my word for it. Of all the people in this city that you can and can't trust, everybody in this speeder, some of the most trustworthy people on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. You're gonna have to take my word for it.
Just because you say someone is trustworthy doesn't mean they are.
There's a protocol droid in the corner that he's giving hard side eyes to. Can't trust droids.
Did you say that out loud?
Maybe. No, I got a triumph, so no.
Darn it.
Why, did you want me to do TC-42's
No,
voice?
no, it's okay. And I guess I'm piloting this particular one. Also, the Mary Allen is piloting it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul gestures to them and says, "All right, take us down. You know the location." You start heading down towards the lower levels.
Where are we going?
I didn't want to mince words on the message boards. In fact, that wasn't really me at all. Snipping over there is giving me a hand with this data pad. But we need you. We need you for something.
Okay.
A little investigating.
Sure.
If you don't mind volunteering your services, your knowledge, and etc.
Okay. So what do you need? I kind of don't have that much time. I got other people who need my help tonight.
Oh, you're a busy man. I understand. I feel similarly.
Let's just say you're not the only people going after the Dims.
Care to elaborate?
I can't say any more. I'm under a code of silence.
Well, I respect your secrecy, but if the if the both of us have a shared goal, perhaps we can collaborate.
Not today.
Fair enough. One thing at a time.
Fate's already moving forward. Wheels are in motion.
Understood. Well, we've had a disappearance down in the lower levels.
Okay. Who is it this time?
This mission we need you for. It concerns the list.
The list? You find someone else?
Almost. But they found him first.
What do you need me to do?
Well, any help that you could give us in tracking them down would be more than appreciated. And I know that typically you're a guy that likes to stay behind the desk, stay behind the computer. I get it. But the circumstances are a little unusual this time. We need someone with your sense, someone with your understanding, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Seems like the closer we get to solving this one, the more holes in the sweater, so to speak, seem to show up. This mission calls for a certain kind of investigator. That's you, Afka.
As he says that, you get a view of Afka with, like, as they're moving down the street, the pools of light from the street lights just go by. And he's got his, like, collar popped up, and we realize that he's, like, wearing a trench coat.
Okay.
An investigator like me, huh? All right. Give me all the information you've got. But I'm telling you, I only got, like, a half an hour.
So, here's the skinny for you. We've been following this guy. Guy went missing. Another name on the list. Name's Nok Nalil.
Nok Nalil, huh?
We've known about Nok for quite some time, but Nok's not an easy fellow to track down. They're a Claudite. Some people call him Changeling. Hard to believe that the Dims ever found him, but they did. I think he has maybe even like some. I'm trying to think of like how would he even know that they went missing? I think that they've got maybe some like a video footage.
Okay. So Sol pulls out a data pad.
Yeah, and can you unlock this for me? Thank you.
After just slides a finger across the screen.
There we are. Oh, it's upside down.
Keep telling you gotta learn these things. This is the future.
Solving one problem at a time, Afka. Here you are. And he hands him the data pad, and Afka clicks the play button, and there's some footage of, I think there's a couple people, people heading to and fro in the lower levels, and a figure comes up behind another one and stuns them with a stun baton, and you can see their face visibly change into something kind of more reptilian, and another figure comes and grabs them, and they pull this figure into a dark alley.
Yeah, I think they start walking with the person in between them, like they're helping them walk along, like trying to disguise that this person's knocked out.
And I think if Afka wanted, he could even like zoom in and get closer detail and stuff like that.
Okay. Should he do some sort of roll?
I don't know why I said that, because I wasn't looking for anything in particular. But just to say that they're pretty confidently able to confirm that this is Nok Nalil.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, as the video finishes, Afka pinches the screen and it zooms in, and as he does that, a little profile pops up to the right that says Nok Nalil, and it's got an ID photo of them and any other information that you want to give me next to that.
Okay.
Like where they live.
Okay. I think that Nok Nalil it says that they are between 30 and 40 years old. I think all of this info is very spotty.
Yeah.
Because they're a very secretive person. I think as you are swiping up through information, there are actually a couple different faces, known aliases. There's a human, Gerald Hayscott. There's a Quarren, a Wookiee, and there's a clone, and then there is a list of known and suspected crimes. Looks like whoever this Wookiee was has a bunch of traffic violations. Looks like a broken taillight is at least one of them, and there may be some suspected smuggling and other things. Yeah, Nok has got away with quite a bit. Saul tells you, as you can see, we're really just looking for them to keep them safe, but they've got a bit of a record here.
Where was this hollow taken?
Lower levels.
Any specific level or anything?
This was level 1864.
1864, that's pretty far down. Okay, so they were last seen on 1864. We got their name, that they're a Claudite, 30 to 40 years, one other alias, Gerald Hazelrot, human, Wookiee, clone, Quarren. Alright, you got any leads on these dims?
No leads on the dims quite yet, but got one of my best men. Maybe man's not the right word, but got one of my best beings on the case right now. You and him share a quality, I suppose.
Who, Manus?
Indirectly. No, not Manus. He's doing well. He's working the case. But no, this is my. He's actually come out of retirement for this job.
Okay.
I can hear you as the player being like, what are you about to do?
What, are you setting me up with someone here? What's going on? I told you I only have like a half an hour. We've already burned like 10 minutes just talking about this thing.
Special Agent Rowley has come out of retirement for this.
Rowley, do I know him? Can I trust him?
He's one of my old partners.
You making me work with this guy? How old is he? Is he going to slow me down?
He's not old. He's, I don't know.
You said he's retired.
You know your way around the galaxy. Plenty of young people retire. Clones. No, he was decommissioned probably 5 years ago.
He's not a droid, is he?
Yeah, he's a droid.
Oh, God.
What? Oh, is there going to be a problem between two of you?
He looks nervously at the droid in the corner. Nope. He grimaces a little bit.
All right, glad to hear it.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think if there's not too much more info you need, or if there's any more questions you want to ask, you can go ahead.
So where do I start with this thing?
Well, you could start by looking around, asking questions, look out for some clues. You know, any intel you can give us would be helpful. Part of the reason that we brought you here, and the reason Special Agent Rowley was recommissioned, brought back from retirement, it seems a lot of people. I told you to ask questions, but a lot of people don't have a whole lot to say. Even witnesses from our video, it's like they didn't even see it happen. We suspect foul play, but being that you're on the list, maybe you can see through whatever the dims are doing here and find a solution.
Got it.
And obviously, Special Agent Rowley, he only sees and hears the truth. I think he's got that engraved in him somewhere.
Probably literally.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So they pull up.
Okay, so they pull up and Afka starts to get out of the car. He grabs the handle of the speeder door and starts moving to get out.
In the low, dim light of floor 1864, you see a droid, and it looks to be a very old police droid, one that I think Afka hardly remembers seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago.
One of those droids that looks like a Bobby, like a British police officer.
It does look a little bit like that. Yeah, it has like a little hat. It looks like it has a custom paint job. Looks like it was well loved. I mean, it's probably one of very few that's still operating. And I think it's got a little badge welded to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
the badge is engraved with the thing that you just said was engraved on him somewhere.
Yes, only see and hear the truth. I can't tell if that's really stupid or awesome. But yeah, that's underneath his name. And Saul says, Afka, please get acquainted with Special Agent Rowley. And you see this droid, and it's actually not looking at you. It's talking to someone. And it says,
Citizen, if you could please just give us any additional information, we would be eternally grateful to you.
And the eyes kind of flash from a pale blue to kind of a bright pink. And from Agent Rowley's mouth, you also hear,
just give us a name. Come on, spit it out. I know you know something.
And the Rodian that he's talking to just goes, whoa.
The Rodian says,
I told you before, I swear, I don't remember. I was here, and then it was like 30 minutes had gone by, and I was just staring at the wall. I really don't. I wish I could tell you more, but that's all I know.
Let's confer.
Says Agent Rowley, and the eyes kind of turn sort of like a light purple, and the Rhodian slips from his clutched robot hands and slowly backs away.
Afka gets out of the speeder and sighs. Alright. So I usually work best alone. Remember that next time.
Noted, but I thought you could use a little support. It can be dangerous out here. Well, I'm a busy man. I'm gonna take off. Call me if you need anything.
And he gets out of the speeder and walks up to Rowley. Rowley?
Yes, we are Rowley. Are you the one designated Afka?
Yeah, you can call me something besides Afka. Whatever you want, I don't care.
We will call you Searching.
We'll call you partner. Put her there, partner. We got a job to do.
Alright, tell me what you got. Where are we going? What are we gonna do here?
We've been combing the area for nigh on an hour. Incident happened 2 hours ago. Looking for tracks, looking for any sign that might lead us to the victim and to the perpetrator.
Alright, take me to the place where it happened.
And he grabs you by the arm and tows you.
Hey, no need to be rough. Hands off, please.
Oh, so sorry. Forgive us. Right this way.
And walks delicately to the spot.
This is where we believe the victim was kidnapped.
So what kind of place is it? Is it just like a regular street in the middle of the city? Are there shops around? Are there homes around? Other stuff? Like, Afghan knows that the Dim's like abandoned places. Is there any sort of could that give him any sort of lead?
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing about like a city. There's never just nothing.
Right.
It's not just a part of the city.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
There's stuff everywhere. It's made of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that there's this is kind of a commercial district.
Okay.
And I think basically every other or maybe every third business is in like full operation.
Sure. And he spots what places? He spots the well, this is Underworld Zone too. So it's like further down the street there are some like bars and cantinas, the sort of places that bounty hunters might hang out.
For sure.
The closest place is kind of out of place. It's called the Pen and Sheaf, and it looks like it's like an antique bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw the footage. I saw the pictures of the guy. I saw the profile and all that. You got anything else that we can work on?
Well, we did find this.
And he holds out his hand, and there's just some kind of crushed, like sand-like glass.
Glass?
I didn't think much of it either. Glass everywhere here. Lots of it broken. Hard to say. Is it important? What's important?
Did we see anything on the footage? Is this left by the Dims? Or is this just some broken bottle? Have you brought it to a lab? Have you analyzed this? What are you guys doing?
Apologies, we don't have the current capacity to do a proper analysis. We could bring it back to headquarters and do a further scan. We took it with us as it seemed like more than nothing.
Can I flip my light side point to say that my data pad has some sort of scanner on it that analyzes chemical properties?
Yeah, that seems a bit crazy.
That's the definition of a hand scanner. So my data pad is also a hand scanner.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a hand scanner.
That specifically is interested in chemicals, apparently, and chemical makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Until I flip another light side and have it do something else in addition.
Mm-hmm.
So, this street's kind of busy. Afka moves to the side and, like, gestures for Rowley to move to the side as well. Just hand that stuff over. I'm gonna check it out, see what we can make of it.
Be careful not to drop it. Took us forever to pick that up.
So, in front of this antique bookstore, there's a staircase down, and there's like a Duracrete ledge so that you don't fall down the stairs. And I think he just like puts the stuff down on the Duracrete ledge and uses his datapad scanner to analyze these bits of glass to see what he can make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to do a knowledge check?
Yeah, let me take a look at what kind of knowledge check you're going to do for me.
Education, probably.
Let's call it.
How about even lore? That would be great.
What's that?
How about a knowledge lore check? Huh?
I have to look at them all before I can decide. Let's call it knowledge. Yeah, let's call it knowledge lore.
Oh, so it's something weird, huh?
I like how you said that, but then I had to wait a second and then say it louder, so it sounded like my idea.
How difficult?
Let's call it a purple and a red. I'll flip for a red, and
Okay.
one purple, one red, and
You want a setback on there?
yeah, I do want to step back on it, and I'm not even going to tell you why.
Okay, well, I'm going to flip it because I have a rank in researcher, or I'm going to remove it because I have a rank in researcher.
Okay,
It
Great.
removes setback from all knowledge checks.
wonderful.
And researching a subject takes half the time.
Okay,
Nice roll.
you get a triumph and a despair.
I did. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes, a triumph, and a despair.
This is exciting, but hard.
So what did I
for
find
me.
out about these bits of glass?
Thank you. I think that you found out all of the chemical components,
Okay.
and I think that your datapad lists them all out,
Yeah.
and they are mostly pretty common, except for one or two things that are very, very uncommon for typical glass.
Okay.
It seemed like there are some. This wasn't just glass. This was a crystal. This was a stone, and it seemed like it has some radioactive properties that your datapad is showing.
Is this Kyber?
I think that your datapad
Uh-huh.
might be able to recognize Kyber because you've got the HoloNet at your disposal, and it seems like it's pretty similar but a little different.
Similar to Kyber but different.
Is that like breaking the canon
No.
too much?
Is this a boy, they really didn't think about this name, did they? Kohlen.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah,
Is this a real thing?
it is.
Is it Fool's Kyber?
It is Fool's Kyber. Just Fool's Kyber. I didn't think they had that stuff outside of Pajal.
That is what it is.
What are they doing with this stuff? He looks to Rowley. What do you think they're doing with this stuff?
What is it exactly? Scanning.
Well, it's got a pretty unfortunate name. I didn't name it. It's colon crystal.
Ah, you mean Fool's Kyber.
That's right. Fool's Kyber.
Do we know anything about Fool's Kyber?
Negative.
What do I do with my triumph?
I can think of something, but I will.
Is there a trail of it?
That would have been probably what I was gonna say. That seems pretty easy, but
Yeah,
you got
I mean-
you got a freaking triumph.
That sounds like exactly what would happen in a story like this. So he looks at his datapad and he looks down at the bits of this crystal on the Duracrete. And then he looks in the alley that he saw these people go down in the hollow. Yeah, okay, so the triumph is... he looks down the alley and he looks at his datapad and it's like, maybe if I trace the chemicals in this crystal, I can change my settings. He starts pushing buttons on his datapad. Yep, that's it. And on the screen, it goes from showing the chemical components of this Fool's Kyber to a readout of that ledge in front of him where you see it glowing. And he moves the datapad over to where they took this guy down this alley, and there's a trail of it sort of glowing on his datapad.
Yeah, I actually think that it might even look like there's one glowing footprint.
Just one?
Yeah, and don't overthink that. I was just thinking one foot stepped on it.
Okay, so yeah, so there's a footprint and then a very loose trail that they can start to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have my despair in mind?
Give me 30 seconds, because I don't have anything in mind.
Okay, so what I would like to say then is Afka looks at his chronometer. He pulls up his sleeve and looks at his wrist. Oh, geez, I'm out of time. And then he looks over his shoulder. Oh, good, a cyber cafe. So Afka runs into this place and sits down at the closest computer, puts in a burner credit chip that he has to unlock it, and starts typing. Park, you at the dance? It's too loud. I'm gonna have to mute you.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Coruscant Nights is a production of Nightcast Creative.
For more information on this and our other projects, visit nightcastcreative.com.
Thanks to Doug for playing on this episode. Doug's group Bunk Bed Bros just released some new music. Check it out at bunkbedbros.bandcamp.com.
If you're loving Coruscant Nights, be sure to leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher and visit us on Patreon at patreon.com/CoruscantNights.